Hey, welcome back, Bladers, to another set of the week, and this time we're going to our second in the BattleCon trilogy with Devastation with Indines. Unlike the first one, which is War of Indines, Devastation of Indines has all the cards have this common effect, which is ongoing. This card has +2 stars when clashing, and with the cards being 7 stars, they bump up to 9, which is going to be really hard to beat. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to our first card, which is Silkther Lenmore. Has the top effect: when you win a clash, gain 5 RP for each player that lost, and those players lose 5 RP. This is such a damaging card if you're able to pull it off. There are some cards that you're able to clash with everyone in there. There are quite a few in there. Most of the time, you just be clashing with another player, but if you can do it and also win, everyone's going to get mad, and you're going to really climb up the RP ladder with this. So, awesome card. Now we have Kaija Septi Salix. Has the top effect: whenever you clash, each other player in the clash loses 10 RP. I think this is a little bit more damaging than the other one, especially if you keep clashing. So you find cards again that clashes with everyone, and well, in most cards, even though you can choose an opponent and get 10 RP let them lose 10 RP, that's also still pretty good in there. So keep clashing with this one every turn, or more than every turn. They keep working, and yeah, and they get pretty mad about it. I-Axis the Shattered is next card. Has the top effect: whenever you clash, each player in the clash must flip a card in their tableau after the clash ends. So just a bit of warning with this one. Be careful, because it is all players. You might flip this card as well if it's the only card that's in there. And again, be careful, because most of the clashing cards will have you flip cards anyway, so it could be a double whammy against you if you're lose. But you can really strike it out if you're able to play it perfectly. And now we have Endebrit, which has the effect: whenever you clash, you may choose one of the cards revealed in the clash and add it to your hand. This is, again, when you're adding cards in your hand, this is something you would just add a card in your hand for most of the effects in there, but it's something that you're going to play. For me, it's not really worth it. This is probably the most for me, the most boring card in the set, but if you want to get that extra card in there, hey, free card, that's all up to you. Next card up is Eligor Larrington. Has the top effect: whenever you win a clash, gain 10 RP. So keep instigating those clashes. Make sure you win those RP. Really can get a card. If you do this from the very beginning with an accessory, I think you can really pull off like 60 RP with this one. Again, realistically, you might get around 30. And finally, we have Clive Milmont. Has the top effect: whenever you clash, each player in the clash must discard a card in their hand. This could be really damaging, especially if some player has a really finite kind of hand setup with this. So this is a good one if you don't really care about that. So just, again, use this card with caution. And now let's talk about synergy of the set. Cards that work with its own set. And I say it's even though it is themed with clashing, it's not going to be the very best. They have to be top cards, and it's ongoing on itself that just bumps up the star ranking of its own card. So it's not really there. So you, again, think about synergy somewhere else. This is not going to happen here. And so let's go ahead and move on to versatility. Cards that work with the core set. And the biggest one I'm going to have to say is going to be Sure Win. This is an awesome deck box for this set, especially when most of the cards will have to be you dealing with by winning clashes. Here it is. Sure Win. Ongoing: the first time on your turn that you would lose a clash, you are considered to win instead. This may mean there are multiple winners of the clash. When you win the clash, gain 6 RP, which is great, so you at least don't lose any clash. Just be careful so that your opponents don't get much of the win with this card, especially with the cards from the set. And now for compatibility, other cards that work with other sets. So I think one cool combo that I did find is Kaija with Master Mitsubishi, which is an awesome one. They keep targeting you, they keep losing. Hopefully you find a bunch of other players clashing, and they have to do it with you, and they'll be really annoyed for losing those 10 RP. There's some other good ones in there. Come On Down has some nice one. There is a accessory there that you can clash. You can clash on the first turn. And there's also Card Set, which is one that you have to pay when you're clashing. So really adds up, and you can get really a lot of money. And again, With all that money, you can get some extra VP points for winning the game. Alright, so that is it for Devastation of Indines. What do you guys think about this set? I think it's rather interesting. You're probably gonna need only about 1, maybe 2 if you really want these cards for clashing, especially if you are a clasher in the tournament. I just want to hear about from you guys if you found any interesting combos or some particular cards that you like. Anyway, that covers this set. Until next time, I'm Ferdinand. Oh, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. See you next time. Laters.